Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the online meeting of Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. I'm pleased to be your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. In the online meeting environment, there are few instructions that we follow. I request you to rename yourself. All the Toastmasters can prefix TM to your name and guests can prefix guest. I also request all the speakers and the role holders to prefix their role to their name so that it's easy to identify them. I give you 10 seconds for this activity. Second, all the speakers are requested to do a quick audio and video check before they start their speech.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Thanks. I would request you not to type in the chat box when a speaker is speaking, as it disturbs the speaker. You can use the private chat to provide feedback. You are all requested to keep your audio on mute in case you are speaking. Please refrain from unnecessary moments or sipping on drinks if your video is on. Please turn off the video in case you need to do so. Do not click on the share screen unless your speech or role requires you to do so. You can display hi-fi or namaste when taking over or leaving from the role. You can connect with the Tech Master for any technical glitch. The Tech Master for today's meeting is Toastmaster Monica. If you are a speaker, then please ensure pin the timer or confirm that same is visible at all times. The meeting is being recorded. In case you have any reservation, please let us know. You can network during the break and after the meeting. Let me share the mission of our club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, let me introduce the presiding officer of our club. Like without an algorithm, the execution and the doing code is impossible. Likewise, without the presiding officer, starting a meeting is also impossible. So now I welcome the presiding officer of our club, the Toastmaster Kalpana, to take you through the further proceedings. Over to you, presiding officer, Toastmaster Kalpana.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Monica. To be compared to an algorithm is something I'm trying to digest. But what a wonderful simile you have given us. You know, I would say that it is the SAR who is actually the algorithm, because before the star starts, even the PO cannot start. Dear Toastmaster members, dear guests, I welcome you all warmly today for today's meeting. It is Speakers Community Toastmasters Club's 74th meeting. Before I hand over to the team mode, there was an interesting read up that I had come across today, and I would like to read that. Do you know how many times we assume things and we avoid communicating or clarifying our doubts? Based on that, there is an article that is a true article that has come to light. And let us see how, if we don't communicate, what are the devastating results. Devastating for some, but profitable for some others. So there was a Bristol Zoo in a car park that had a car park of about 150 cars were allowed to park there. There was a car park keeper, where you need to pay some fees to park your car. The amount of the car park, its Bristol in Britain, was pound 140. That is £1 and 40 cents. And for the buses, it was £7. 25 years this person served. Nobody knew who he was, but he served diligently. And one fine day, he suddenly disappeared. He just was not there doing his duty. So the zoo people approached the capital or the municipality telling them that we need someone for the car park. And we need that person to take the fee, the car park fee. The capital said, well, we didn't appoint anybody at the car park. We thought it is your duty, the duty of the Bristol Zoo, to have a car park attendant. Whoa. The zoo said, no, we haven't appointed him. The capital said, oh, we too haven't appointed him. Who was this guy? They later learned that this person had quietly bought a machine from where he was issuing out tokens, collecting money, which amounted to up to, let me just look at the amount, 260 pounds per day for 25 years. And he took all the kitty home. Since there was no communication, neither written nor verbal, the person very easily gathered the booty and lived a luxurious life, disappearing after 25 years. So here at Toastmasters, we are here to communicate. Don't hesitate to ask someone if you have a doubt. Where do you belong to? Who do you belong to? Where do you come from? Communication helps you not to get cheated. Communication helps you not to assume things, because you assumed he's from the capital. Capital is assumed he's from the Bristol Zoo. So 3 cheers to communication that we Toastmasters learn here. This is the Speakers Community Toastmasters 74th meeting, and I welcome you once again. Before I hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day, I would like to welcome our guest Shipra. Shipra and I have already had a small talk before the start of the meeting. But yet, Shipra, could you just switch on your video and introduce yourself for the benefit of the rest of the members? Over to you, Shipra. Zoom Master, highlight guest Shipra, please.
Thank you, Kalpana. I am Shipra, belong from Haryana, but nowadays I am in Assam, Bongaigaon, and I am a Sujok therapist, but basically Sujok therapist, but nowadays I am a housewife. Okay.
I think, Shipra, we are all homemakers, and we are looking forward to know something more about the Sujok therapy, which you have mentioned. When you become a part of us, we would like to hear you speak on that particular topic. What do you say, fellow members? Don't you think it would be an interesting subject to know something about a therapy that is very unique by itself? Welcome, Shipra, to our club. A huge round of applause to Shipra.
Thank you.
And now, our TM Geet. I just came to know it's just 6 months into Toastmasters. That's how old his journey is. But his enthusiasm, his interest, his focus on becoming a greater Toastmaster, visiting clubs which are out of Baroda to gain the experience, has really caught my attention and appreciation for Toastmaster Geet. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Geet, for accepting the role of Toastmaster of the Day for our Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. Fellow members, please welcome him with a huge round of applause as he takes us across a quantum leap. Over to you, Toastmaster Geet.
First of all, thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpana, for presenting me this wonderful opportunity and for this wonderful introduction. And I must say, 6 months is it sounds like a short journey, but in Toastmasters, it's a long difference, a long change, a long quantum difference I can see in myself. So I encourage every one of you to also try to participate and go into other clubs because you try to move out of your comfort zone. And it is very essential to get comfortable being uncomfortable. That is what I have learned in Toastmasters until now. So moving on with the theme of the day, which is quantum leap. First of all, I would like to hear from all of you. What does quantum leap mean to you? What it signifies to you? Anyone?
A big, huge jump.
Yes.
Sudden change.
Sudden change. Great.
Breaking out of your shell to leap forward.
Breaking out of shells. Yes, moving forward. Toastmaster Imran.
Come out from our comfort zone.
Coming out of comfort zone. Yes. And how about you, guest Shipra? Do you have any idea about quantum leap?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, basically, quantum leap is a term taken from the vocabulary of the new physics, quantum physics, the science behind such technological breakthroughs as lasers, television, even computer, space communication, and nuclear energy. Quantum physics is described as the most powerful science ever conceived by human beings. It requires a major rethinking of such concepts as time and space and how the human consciousness operates. Well, most people operate with the mindset that assumes success comes one step at a time. It's an unspoken but very popular notion is that we must move systematically from our present level of achievement to the next. It's like climbing a corporate ladder, and the thinking goes on from there. From the stage, we begin working towards graduating still the next higher level in the sequence. It's a gradual progress. But when we talk about quantum leap, we are not talking about gradual progress. We are not talking about initial growth. We are talking about exponential growth, not about 10% growing over every year for 20 years of amortization. Talking about growing 10 square into 10 square every month. That is what quantum leap is. And when I started learning about quantum leap, the first suggestion that the author gave me, and even my mentor told me that whatever your goal is, multiplied by 10. It doesn't cost anything to think bigger. And trust me, guys, you will never regret it. So whatever your goal is, and you will even talk about your goals in coming section, 10 times it. And the first thing when you start working on your quantum leap journey is you need to quit trying harder. How many of us here believes that they are working hard in their life or in their career? A quick raise of hand will help. Okay. And how many of us believe that they should be working more harder? Okay, I see some. Great. Well, to convey my point across, I will share a small story with you guys. I was sitting in a quiet room at the cafe, a very peaceful little place, about an hour from my home. It's just a past noon, last month, late July, and I'm listening to the desperate sound of life or death struggle going on a few feet away. There's a small fly burning out the last of his short life energies in a futile attempt to fly through the glass of a window. The winding wings tells the poignant story of the fly strategy. That is, try harder. But it's not working. The frenzied effort offers no hope for survival. Ironically, the struggle is a part of a trap. It is impossible for the fly to try hard enough to succeed at breaking through the glass. Nevertheless, this little insect has staked its life on reaching its goal through raw effort and determination. This fly is doomed to die. It will die on the window itself. And you know what? Across the room, only 10 steps away, the door is open. Only 10 seconds of flying time, and this small creature could reach outside the window and whirl its six with only a fraction of the effort which was now being wasted. It could be free of this self-imposed trap. The breakthrough possibility is there. It would be so easy. Why doesn't the fly try another approach? Something dramatically different. How did it get so locked in on the idea that particular route and determined effort offers the most promise for success? What logic is there in continuing until death to seek a breakthrough with more of the same? No doubt, this approach makes sense to the fly. Regrettably, it's an idea that will kill. So, trying harder isn't necessarily the solution to achieving more. It may not offer any real promise of getting what you want out of life. Sometimes, in fact, it's a big part of the problem. If you stake your hopes of a breakthrough on trying harder than ever, you may kill your chances for success. So the more of the moral of the story is more of the same gives you more of the same. So try different approaches in your life. Okay. I hope you all learned the moral of the story. So moving on with the agenda for the benefits of the guest, I will share the structure of the meeting. The meeting is structured into three parts. First, we have a prepared speeches. And second, we have a very interesting and wonderful session, table topic session, in which guests can also participate. And at the third, even though it's time for a lunch, but it's known as feedback is the breakfast for the champion. So we also have a breakfast at the noon right now. So it will be an evaluation session. So before that, I would like to introduce the tag team for today's meeting. So please help me welcome the timer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Monica, to share the objectives of her role. Over to you, Toastmaster Monica.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Welcome, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I am a timer for a day. As a timer, my duty is to time the prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluation. For the prepared speech, the time allotted varies as per project and will be stated by the evaluator. For the table topics, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. For the evaluation, the time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. Speakers must meet the specified time limit to qualify for the award at the end of the meeting. I will display the green screen at the minimum qualifying time, yellow screen at the midpoint of the qualifying range, and the red screen at the maximum qualifying time till the end of the screen, till the end of speech. For the prepared speech and the evaluation, the speaker has 30 seconds grace before the minimum qualifying time and the after maximum qualifying time. For the table topics, there is a grace of 30 seconds only after the red screen is displayed. All the speakers who continue to speak behind the 30 seconds grace will not be qualified for the vote. I will report the time taken by speakers when called upon. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Monica, for sharing the purpose of her role. Now, please help me welcome the presiding officer of this club and also the grammarian for sharing the purpose of her role, Toastmaster Kalpana. Over to you, Toastmaster Kalpana.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Geet. Grammar is an essential part, especially when we are speaking and giving speeches. Here at Toastmasters, we make it a point to make note of any good usage of English, whether it is words or quotes. We also take note of the words or the bad usage of English or the grammatical errors and try and guide each and every member to be a better speaker or better at delivery when it comes to speaking or writing a speech. So look out for your English. I'm going to be the watchman and I will be giving you the feedback when called upon by the gender evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpana. But I would like to ask, do we have a word of the day?
Yes, I have already. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, we do have it. Convey is the word of the day. Convey means to transmit. One second. Or to relay. Convey means to transmit or to relay. Convey, C-O-N-V-E-Y. I've already put it in the chat. I'll again be putting it in the chat. The word of the day is convey, which means to relay or say something or transmit something. For example, I convey the love to my family through my cooking. I convey the love to my family through my cooking. Convey. The word of the day is convey, and I encourage each and every one of you to use the word of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpana. Now, moving on with the third role bearer of the tag team, which is our counter. And today we have Toastmaster Sherin, who will be playing the role of our counter. So I request her to share the purpose of her role.
Thank
Over
you,
to you.
Toastmaster of the Day, Geet. Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, guests. You guessed it right. I am the R counter of the day. As the R counter, I will note words and sounds that you will be using as a crutch or a filler. During the meeting, I will listen to words like and, well, but, words which we use frequently. Filler sounds like or. I will also note phrases like I will, repeat words like this means, I know, and long or short pauses. I will convey my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sherin, for sharing the purpose of her role. And I encourage everyone to try not to use those crutches words, but those are unconscious happenings. Even I use even I saw in an international speech contest that those were still using, but they were using it more consciously. So judges didn't even get it. So try to fool our counter of the day. And moving on, today we have our prepared speech session. Today we have only one speech, and that is Toastmaster Abhishek, who will be delivering his L1 T2. Before that, I request the evaluator of Toastmaster Abhishek, Toastmaster Sherin, to share the objectives of his speech.
Toastmaster Abhishek will be attempting his level 1 speech 2. The objective of the speech is to present a speech, take feedback from the evaluator, and apply this feedback to his next speech. The timer please note, will be from 5 to 7 minutes. 5 to 7 minutes, and best of luck, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you so much. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Abhishek. Near-death experiences. Near-death experiences. Toastmaster Abhishek. The stage is all yours.
Emma, can you please flip the cards? Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. How many of you have ever had a near-death experience? Okay, few of you have, but I hope in future also you will never have it. Hello, everyone. I am Abhishek Mishra. To be precise, I myself have 3 near-death experiences, and in this speech, I will be sharing about those. The first experience was when I was 10-year old. We were living in a small village, in a small town in Madhya Pradesh called Piparia. It was Sunday evening, so I was getting ready to play cricket. I went to change in my bedroom. There was no proper lighting, so to switch on the light, the switchboard was at a height. Just below the switchboard, there was a sewing machine placed. I climbed on it and turned on the light. I got ready, and now to switch off the light, I again climbed on the sewing machine. But this time, I slipped and fall on the portion of the sewing machine where the reel is held. The reel holder was inside my chest. I was not able to move. Just shouted, "Mummy." I felt like I was in paralysis. I felt like I was in paralysis. Was not able to even cry because of the pain. As it was Sunday, to my luck, my father was at home only. He rushed to me and kept his hand in between my chest and the reel holder and pulled me up. I was bleeding. My mom was full of tears. Initially, I was not able to even cry. But when I cried, blood bubbles were popping out of my chest. My sister kept few layers of clothing on my wound, and then we rushed to the doctor. He stitched my wound and blood transfusion using blood bottles were done. Doctor told that it was good that we came so early, so fast. Because of the bleeding, I lost a lot of blood. I will never forget those 4 hours of my life. Later, I recovered, but still there are marks on my chest. The second experience is of when I was 17-year old. I love adventure sports, and I got the opportunity to go on a 7 days adventure camp to Pachmadi. Pachmadi is basically one of the famous hill station of Madhya Pradesh. We spent 3 days enjoying rides and doing other such activities. On the 4th day, we went on a long trek, which was nearly of 20 kilometers through a dense forest where there was no network available. And somehow, along one of my friend, we both were lost. Actually, we lost our trail. We lost the path from where we were supposed to go. We were really afraid, as we have heard that that forest was really dangerous. We heard that there were few deaths, few wild animals have attacked humans, and we were searching for the path. We searched for the path for few time. Later, we sit on near a big tree, hoping that someone will come and find us. We waited for almost 3 hours. To our luck, one local person was going back to his home after collecting the woods from that forest, and he was surprised to see us over there, as we were two not so big person. We were of 17 years old, sitting in a dense forest near a big tree. He took us with him, and he told us that around 2 days back, there was one dead body found on the same place where we were sitting under the big tree. So that 3 hours we were sitting over there, and that person was attacked by a wild animal. We thank God that we were safe and that the person dropped us to our campsite. We thanked him, and our camp manager also scolded us somewhat. The third experience with me happened this April only. As I have already mentioned that I love adventure sports. So this experience is again related to it. I recently went for a trek with 2 friends. Our trek was scheduled to start on 8th of April from Rishikesh, but we reached Rishikesh at 6th of April. So we had 2 spare days. So initially we thought that first day we will be visiting the temples and exploring the place. On the second day, we planned for a river rafting. As river rafting was my first, I was experiencing river rafting for the first time. I was really very excited to do it. So we booked the slot with the agency and reached the place from where our river rafting was supposed to start. We were provided with life jackets and pedal to move the boat. The area where the river, so in river rafting, there is one thing called rapids. The area where the water flow is very high, those areas are called rapid. So in the first rapid, the water was splashing on us and we were really feeling very nice. It was really very nice. Now it was the time for the second rapid, the biggest among all the rapids that we were going to face. I, along with one of my friends, were rafting from the front, and as the rapid started, our guide somehow lost the control of the boat and we both were in the water. My friend was near the near the boat, so he climbed the boat. But to my bad luck, I was stuck up between two logs, which was further stuck up between the two rocks inside the river. The water was continuously rushing in my mouth. Because of the flow and sound, I was not able to hear what my guide was telling me. I saw my boat was nearly around 1.5 kilometers away from me. It was do or die situation. That nearly 2 minutes of 2 minutes, that the experience was of nearly 2 minutes, but it felt like it was of long 2 hours. I concentrated whole my power and then pushed away. To my luck, I was free. Initially, I thought that the life jacket is just a waste. As I know swimming, I am a good swimmer. But after this situation, I realized it's important. At last, I would like to tell you that take risk in your life, but estimate risk factors. There are times when luck favors us, but there are also times where luck do not favor us. Thank you, everyone.
What a wonderful speech. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek, for sharing those near-death experiences with us. And you know what? When I first joined Toastmasters, now my first speech was kind of a near-death experience for me, the Icebreakers speech. And it is a very well-researched science behind it because the fear of public speaking is way higher in people than fear of death. You can Google it. I'm not kidding you guys. And do you know the reason behind it? Why do people fear public of speaking so much? The main reason behind it is we, in some part of our mind, we care what other people thinks of us. We care more about other people's opinion than our own opinion. Yes, it's true. And when along with my journey, I realized that some people will never like me. And I shouldn't give a damn about they like me or not. You should not worry what they say. And believe me, you have no idea how limitless your life becomes vis-a-vis your goals also when you don't care about other people's opinion about you. And that is the second mantra for quantum leap, not caring about other people's opinion. And trust me, what people think or say about you, you have no idea what the world will not value you until you value yourself. And do you know the big reason behind why do we care about other people's opinion? Anyone? All right, I'll give you the reason. The reason is low self-esteem. How many of us know the meaning of self-esteem here? Anyone? All right, Toastmaster Kalpana, can you please share with us?
Self-esteem actually stems from the confidence that we have within ourselves, believing in our abilities.
Yes, perfectly right. I will give you a much
I
simpler.
think
Yes,
yes,
Pranita.
Pranita also would like to say something.
Yes, Pranita. Pranita, you can share. You are on mute. Kindly unmute yourself. We cannot hear you. I request Sergeant at Arms to help guest Pranita with some technical problems she's facing.
I,
Her mic is not working.
yeah.
All right. No problem. Okay, yeah, we'll get back to you whenever it's fixed. Just you can share the same in the chat. So, self-esteem. Anyone else would like to share what self-esteem means to them? Okay, so self-esteem is basically the reputation we have with ourselves. It's how you feel about yourself. And Toastmaster Kalpana also mentioned it right. Remember, only when you have strong self-esteem and you conditioning it, then only you can think bigger. Then only you can multiply your goals 10 times and make a quantum leap in your life. And there's a strong relationship between what is self-esteem, what is self-confidence, and what is self-image. So what is self-image? Anyone? Come on, guys. I intend on making this a more interactive session. There are only few of us.
The way you think about yourself.
Yes, perfect. How you think about yourself and your world, that is self-image. Great. So we are left with self-confidence. What is self-confidence? Toastmaster Imran?
To believe in our own ability.
Correct. Self-confidence is how you feel about your ability to perform roles. And self-confidence and self-esteem goes hand in hand. When you believe in your ability to speak better, you will feel better on the stage. And in fact, you will deliver it better. So try to have all these three in coordinates in your life, and it will be much easier for you to make your quantum leap. So moving on with the agenda. Now we have a very interesting session, table topic session. So give a big round of applause for the table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Imran. Over to you, Toastmaster Imran.
Thank you so much, Master of the Ceremony. Good afternoon, my dear fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. The purpose of table topic segment is to have members practice thinking and speaking on their feet. The impromptu speaking helps to develop our 4 communication skills: listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. To help you practice today, I have prepared a few topics that hopefully will help you to meet this goal. So I may randomly call anyone to participate, or you can help, or you may volunteer yourself to participate this interesting table topic segment. So before we start the segment, I request everyone to use our word of the day, which is convey. I think everyone will convey their message within strict time limit. The time limit is for table topic segment. Each speaker will have 2 minutes. So you have to speak at least 1 minute, and maximum time is 2 minutes, and there will be 30 seconds grace period of time to wind up your speaking. So now, who wants to be the first volunteer for today's table topic segment? Who wants to be the first speaker? Please raise your hand, or you can message your name, or I will randomly call you all. Okay, first of all, I would like to request our guests, as we have to give a chance to speak. So I request our guest, Shipra, Shipra, would you like? Shipra, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you ready?
What is the topic at the spot or?
Okay. Let me explain. The topic would be in your life related. It would be so easy. Like you will going through this experience in your from your real life. So no worry about the topic. It will be really amazing and you will love it. I promise you.
Okay.
Okay, so try one topic to speak. I think after completing this, you will jump to give your second, chance to speak. So for you, the topic is describe a good decision you made recently. Describe a good decision you made recently. Over to you, Shipra.
Okay. Thanks for this topic. As I also described my decision that I quit my job for my son, and it is a good decision for me and him also, because he is a elder, but a mother's feeling like this, what is manage his timing of sleeping, his eating habit is for exercising timing. He do himself, but if I am not at my home, then he cannot connection with all these exercise, food habits, or sleeping timing. In if he or when I am going my job, then I cannot tackle all this, because I am also tired in the evening. Then I want to go to my sleep for good sleep, or for all this. But I am happy, so happy now, because my elder son is has got admission in college, MBBS college, AIMS, Kalyani. It is a good decision, Okay.
Great, that's great attempt, and really, it's really a good decision for your, for your son, because without discipline, there's highly chance to, go through a wrong track. So that's really a good decision. Thank you for sharing this, your experience. So now I would like to request our next volunteer. So now I'll call, okay, Toastmaster Pranit. Okay, guest Pranita, are you there? Are you there? Would you like to join? This would be a nice topic for you. We cannot hear you. Yes, Pranita, if you are using any headphone or something like that, you have to remove it. I think then you will be able to.
I believe she has not allowed for the permission of users of the mic in her system. So try to check in the permission section.
Okay, try to fix this problem. So we move ahead with our next speaker. Toastmaster Aarti, would you like to talk?
Yes,
Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm fine, great.
Okay, great. So for you, my topic is describe a situation or a time when you helped someone.
It is, thank you for this topic. It is today only there was a Toastmasters meeting in which I had to play a role of an evaluator. And yesterday only I came to know that I had to evaluate consecutive 3 speeches. And I was completely shocked, but I decided to go for it. Today in the morning, I got caught up when my laptop didn't open, and I had prepared something for my evaluation, which I could not see. So the next thing was how to do it, how to go for the 3 evaluations. But luckily, I called the president. So she told, no, not a problem, try to do it. And yes, I evaluated that speech, and that too without any prior preparation or anything. And yeah, I got the confidence that I could do it without any prior, anything, any material I have regarding the evaluation. And I have done on the spot evaluation. That was a wonderful experience. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations for your, support, and you did a great job. It's really, whenever I go for help someone, I feel happy. Thank you so much. So now I would like to request Toastmaster Shirin. Would you like to join? Okay. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you for a step up for taking the topic. So for you, the topic is describe a film you watched or a film that made you laugh.
Describe a
film that you watched.
Film I like. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Imran, for the topic. A film I like. The film that I liked recently is a thriller with the name Run, which has a story wherein a mother is in love with her daughter, but it's very toxic. It's not the usual motherly one that you see, and because of which the daughter, the mother keeps the daughter home. She gives her medicines and some drugs which keeps her bedridden, which keeps her paralyzed. She has diabetes and all those things, because of which she cannot move out and she can only be with her mother. This was a very interesting topic wherein you can see it doesn't come out of a bad nature, but it is coming out of love, and you never expect love to be so toxic and dangerous. But this is something that I see that the director, the producer, has taken something so simple and naive, love, and turned it into so toxic or in a bad character. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this movie name. I'm really looking forward to watch this movie. Hope I'll enjoy this movie. Thank you so much. So now I would like to request our president, Toastmaster Kalpana. Are you there?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, so for you, the topic is describe your feelings when you first talk in a foreign language. Describe your feelings when you first talk in a foreign language.
Thank you so much, Imran, for that wonderful topic. My feelings when I talk in a foreign language. forget foreign language, talk in vernacular language. And I am a slight linguistic as I have traveled all over India. Being born and brought up in Kerala, I fluently speak Malayalam. I understand Tamil very easily, and no one can abuse me in that language. I ended up in northeast of India, so Bengali as well as Assamese have become a part of me. And yes, I may not be fluent in both the languages, but again, I enjoy the flavor of it, especially Bengali, which is spoken with a nice lilt, just like Tamil. If I move down to North India, where I am right now, a tinge of Punjabi tone and a tinge of Haryanvi tone has crept in my own speech. So in India itself, we have a lot of language that are foreign to us. We Indians are linguists by nature. What is it that I enjoy listening is the Korean language. I watch a lot of Korean shows and I compare the Oma, Anyo, Anyo Hashio, which is hello. Anyo is also hello. Even they have respect, just like the way our own language does. And it actually stimulates my listening buds as I try to compare and find similar words between our culture and their culture linguistically. So yes, language to me is music on my ears. I love foreign languages. I love the thrill of listening to it. Thank you, Toastmaster Imran. Over to you.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to know that you are a linguistic person. And you know Bangla as well. Bangla is my native language. So
Yes.
I'm really happy to know that.
Thank you.
Okay, moving ahead. So guest Pranita, your mic is okay right now?
So I'm trying to test, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Toastmaster Imran, for asking. How about you?
Yeah, thank you so much. Because of technical problem, are really so patient to speak with us. So thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Yeah.
So for you, the topic is describe an indoor game that you like to play when you are a child.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to convey my hello to everyone in the group. And this is first time I'm joining this group, and I'm already feeling so great after listening the great vocab and the kind of speeches everyone has delivered here. For this topic, I would like to share one of the anecdote which remind me of my time when I was playing with my siblings, and it was a family congregation where it was a birthday basically of my elder sister, and we had a kind of celebration and homemade dishes, relatives, neighbors, all that stuff. So one of my uncle who has just returned from USA, he gifted a big box wrapped with a bright red cover, and whole time during this party we were only thinking, me and sister, when all these guests are going to leave the house and when we are going to get the opportunity to open this box. So after this party we just pounced on that box and just hear of all this packing, like we were crazy to see what's there inside. So basically, it was a game called Battleship. The name is Battleship, and definitely that was something new for us because we have never heard about that game before. Forgot about playing. It was a new, kind of game for us to explore, and we were doing lots of show off in front of our friends and neighbor kids, as you know at this age what it is suitable to do. So after that we try to read out the manual. We started playing. It was a 2-player game with the audio assistancy inside that. And yes, 4 years and years, we were so proud owners of that board game. We were holding many matches. We were calling neighbor kids, and definitely it was a kind of thing which was attracting lots of my friends also to stay close to us. And yes, we were like proud of that. Definitely, we enjoyed playing that game a lot. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Imran.
Thank you so much for sharing your childhood memories with us. You know, when I was child, I was always used to playing different kinds of indoor and outdoor games, and without having lunch, I always used to play games. So I miss those memories. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. So now I would like to request Toastmaster Abhishek. Would you like to participate? Abhishek Mishra.
Yes, sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So for you, the topic is describe a tradition in your country. Describe a tradition in your country.
Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful topic. As we live in India, we have different customs and different traditions. As we move from one place to another, our customs and traditions are generally changed from head to toe. So I belong to Madhya Pradesh. We have different traditions. We have different aartis and different pujas. So over in Madhya Pradesh, you can see that it is a mixture of all the traditions that we have. In Bengal, we generally celebrate Bengali Durga Puja. In Madhya Pradesh also, you can find a great event during that time. In Maharashtra, we generally celebrate Ganesh Puja. In Madhya Pradesh, you can see that from Ganesh Chaturthi to Anant Chaturdashi, we celebrate it for the long 11 days. We have aartis and all. For Makar Sankranti in Gujarat, currently I'm living in Gujarat, I have seen here that they flew kites majorly on Makar Sankranti. In Madhya Pradesh, we also do the same thing. So different traditions are there in different part of our India, but we as a human being, as a Indian, we believe in university in diversity. So different tradition can be clubbed together, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your country's nice tradition. Yeah, as a Bengali, and also in India, there are lots of tradition, and I love this because I used to watching this in Bollywood movies. Thank you for sharing this. So, Master of the Ceremony, let me know how much time left for this segment. Or
I believe Sergeant at Arms is left to speak, so kindly consider her.
yes, obviously, I was thinking about that. So, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Monica, are you there? Okay. So, yeah. So for you, my topic is describe an ambition that you have for a long time. Describe an ambition that you have for a long time.
Okay. Thank you, Table Topic Master, for this wonderful topic. The ambition I have, when I was in 7th standard, that time I had decided to be an engineer, and luckily this year I'm graduated and with a BTech degree. Now, when you learn more, your ambitions also increase along with that. So when I was in 7th, my ambition was like after the passing 10 to be an engineer. So now my ambition is like now I have graduated. So must, as an engineer, I must want to be a help the society by creating some app or some webs using all the technologies currently. There are huge technologies, and I've been thinking about the one app which will help the from child to the adult person. So I hope for this app, I study hard and will complete that ambition very soon. So that's the one ambition right now. I'm looking forward to be working with the one app. Thank you. Over to you, Master.
Thank you so much for sharing your great ambition with all of us. And best of luck with your ambition. Really, it will be helpful for many one. So I don't want to leave behind anyone. So I would like to request our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Geet, please join with us to speak with the topic.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So my topic is for you. A risk you have taken which had a positive result. A risk you have taken which had a positive result in your life.
Okay. A risk that I have taken which have given a positive result in my life. Well, as Toastmaster Monica was pursuing engineering, at one point of time, I was also pursuing engineering. After my 10th standard, I had no idea what to do. So my parents went to one coaching institute. I went with them over there. And one great thing that coaching institute had was that you don't need to attend school. You just need to go to that coaching institute, come there, go home, and that's it. I was like, okay, this is wonderful. So after spending 2 years there and preparing for JEE out of the moon, I got admitted into engineering college, GTU, Gujarat Technical University. So first year of engineering. I was mind blown when I got admission into mechanical engineering. There was all of the students were boys. There was not even a single girl in the whole class. So I regretted the first day of the college itself. And after about 6 to 8 months of spending my days in the colleges, I dropped out of that college. I didn't like what I was studying. I didn't like the people around me. I didn't like the environment and didn't like anything. And that was a risk because whenever you take a risk, people around you start pulling about you. Why are you doing this? You have spent so much of time, so much of money and everything. Why are you doing this? So that career change I did was a huge risk for others. They think that there was a risk. For me, it was obvious. I didn't like it. Why would I do that? And that has profited me a lot. Now I know what I want to do. Now I'm on a path for my quantum leap and looking forward for its fruition. Thank you so much. Over to you, to your topic master.
Thank you so much for sharing this. You take a risk and that helps you a lot in your future journey. Yes, we all have to follow our own heart. Whatever we want to do, we have to go with this. So thank you for sharing your thoughts. So with that, I would like to wind up my session. So I would like to request to take the stage, Master of the Ceremony. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master Toastmaster Imran, for sharing this wonderful session. I believe each and every topic was unique and everyone enjoyed it. I can see the smile from everyone's face. So moving on with the theme. Now, you guys must be thinking, what is this guy talking about? Okay, quantum leap, 10 times your goal, don't think about other people's. It all sounds some kind of a nonsense bullshit. I can understand because when I first heard and read about it, even I felt the same. Okay, so what? If I think bigger, so what? I am here, I'm doing what I'm doing. It doesn't make any significant change. See, remember, quantum leap seems to violate common sense. And utterly, the idea of moving to a higher orbit and skipping several rungs on the achievement ladder in the process strikes people as far-fetched, maybe even outrageous. But see, the quantum leap strategy can deliver those special dreams and ambitions that you instinctively feel should be yours. But a breakthrough demands a radical departure from some of your habits, like thinking small, caring about what other people think, caring about other people's opinion, and making decisions on based of their own opinions. A quantum leap, by definition, means moving into uncharted territory with no guide to follow. You personally draw the map as you go. Look at it this way. How many of you have tried a long jump in your life at one point of time? A long jump is kind of a sport. Okay, Toastmaster Imran has tried. So it's like you're not supposed to, when you're trying long jump, you're not supposed to be concerned about what happens in the middle of a jump. You're supposed to be thinking about where you are going to land from the point of the jump, right? So with that, I conclude the theme, Quantum Leap. I encourage all of you, and I have already shared the link of the resources from which I have got all this content. You can read that book. It's a small book, only 48 pages. Can you understand? 48 pages, and it can change your life. So if you are guys are interested in your Quantum Leap, go through it. It will really help you. You won't regret it. With that, thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And now I would like to hand over the stage to the presiding officer who will be conducting the general evaluation session for today's meeting, Toastmaster Kalpana. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Geet, for that quantum leap theme that you gave us. Actually, every time I read that word quantum leap, you know what came to my mind? A monkey swinging on a vine and then taking a leap right across a tree, the nearest or the farthest tree, to grab another vine and then swing back again. I imagine and visualize myself like that. So let me begin my general evaluation. But today, you just taught me, yes, we can take a quantum leap, even as human beings, and only worry about the landing, not about the swing. So that was really, really interesting, at the same time stimulating and motivating. Let me begin my general evaluation session. Here, as mentioned by Imran, evaluation is the breakfast, and we are going to have breakfast in the middle of the day. Before I give you all my inputs and little snippets, let me ask the evaluator, Toastmaster Sherin, to give us the evaluation of Toastmaster Abhishek Mishra. Over to you, Toastmaster Sherin.
Thank you, General Evaluator Kalpana. Toastmaster Abhishek, you started off with a quote and a question, one of the classic tactics which speakers use to grab attention. Kudos to having a good start, Toastmaster Abhishek. Then, when you flowed through your speech, you gave in more and more vivid examples. You even colored those stories with small details, like it was a Sunday afternoon, the room was dimly lit, which helped us see those examples, see those stories. We were present in those stories. A wonderful way to pull in the crowd. Because of these examples, we also could understand you as a Toastmaster more. And at the end, you conveyed a key takeaway for the audience. Most of the time, speakers would miss it, but not you, Toastmaster Abhishek. You had a well-written, wonderful takeaway. Only thought that I had was you could have used it more throughout the speech. Because if you would have used it more throughout the speech, we would have gotten grasp it more, and it would have stayed with us more even after the speech. And the phrase which is being used more today, the feedback is the breakfast of champions. I also have a few feedback for you, Toastmaster Abhishek. One is the speed. Pauses are very powerful because it helps us take the topic in, helps us as in the audience. I would urge you to use more pauses in your speeches and help the speech in that way, because the more speedily the more in speed you talk about your speech, it will not reach your audience. Then the speech structure, sentences could have been more precise and structured. For example, you said, I would never forget that day. You could have used the word memorable. It was memorable. It would have been structured and concise, and it would have the speech could have been more impactful in that. I challenge you, Toastmaster Abhishek, to write your speech and edit till you feel that there is nothing left to edit from your speech. Bigger is not better when it comes to speeches. And with that, I summarize. You had a good start. You had good examples, good stories, colorful stories. You had good takeaway. And the things that you need to work on is your speech speed and your speech structure. With that, you'll have a very impactful speech the next time. Thank you, and over to you, General Val.
Thank you so much, Sharon, for that wonderful evaluation. Actually, you hit the nail on the head, and I'm sure our speaker Abhishek has takeaway to improve his speech. I now come down to the role of a timer. Timer, Monica, could you first tell me the time taken by our speaker Abhishek?
For our speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek took 6 minutes 50 seconds.
Fantastic. So he is qualified. 6 minutes 50 seconds, well within the time limit. I now seek the report of all the table topic masters' choice of people who spoke. So let us see what time did all the speakers take. Table topic reports, timer report for each one.
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator. For the table topic session, the time taken as follows. The guest, Shipra, took 1 minute 42 seconds. The Toastmaster Aarti took 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Sherin took 1 minute 32 seconds. Toastmaster Kalpana took 1 minute 57 seconds. Guest Pranita took 2 minute 19 seconds. Toastmaster Abhishek took 1 minute 13 seconds. Toastmaster Monica took 1 minute 37 seconds. Toastmaster Geet took 1 minute 55 seconds. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. There is one more report I would like to collect. Could you just tell me what is the time report of Toastmaster Sherin as an evaluator?
Yes. For the evaluation, Toastmaster Sherin took 3 minutes 2 seconds.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Everybody has been within the time limit. That's fantastic. Before I give my grammarian report, Toastmaster Monica, I request you to launch the poll for the best table topic speaker. For the best table topic speaker, while you launch the poll, I will simultaneously give my grammarian report. No. All right, is the poll done, Toastmaster Monica? No worries. Please write down all the names. Please write down all the names. It's absolutely fine. Toastmaster Monica.
Yeah, done.
Thank you very much for that poll. I would also like you to launch the poll for the best role player. Thank you. Before the auxiliary role player, let me give my grammarian report. Today, I came across certain words that were the best words ever used that I've come across. Let me first begin with my quotes. Comfortable, being uncomfortable. I found that very unusual. Success comes one step at a time. Very true. More of the same gives you more of the same. Very true. If you work hard, you get hard results, means best results. But more of negativity brings in more of negativity. More of positivity brings in more of positivity. Life is a daring adventure or nothing at all. So very true. World will not value you until you value yourself. Quantum leap seems to violate common sense. Very true. But yet it is very, very, I think it's very tangible and it is very doable. That's what I felt from that quote that was mentioned. Let me say who all spoke the word convey. It was spoken by Toastmaster Imran. It was spoken by Toastmaster Pranita, our guest Pranita, and it was spoken by Toastmaster Sharon. Let me talk about the good English. Exponential, futile, poignant, do or die, estimate risk factor, vis-a-vis, radical, and reputation. Now we come down to where we can correct ourselves as we use our English language. Crutches words, when you have the word words, that itself signifies plural. So it is crutch words, not crutches words. It is 10 years old. Sewing machine was placed in a corner. I felt I was in paralysis. I felt paralytic. It is to make your English concise and make it more powerful. Pull me up. Since your speech was in past tense, it should have been pulled me up. Few layers of clothes would have been better if it was compressed with layers of clothes. Your pronunciation, letter should be later. Track should be trick. Along with one of my friend, along with few friends. We searched for the path few times. We searched for the path few times. We searched for the path desperately. Going back to his home, he was returning to his home. Dead body was found on the place. Dead body was found at the same place, not on, at the same place. On 6th of April, not at 6th April. Very excited to do it, excited about it. Boat is also known as raft since you went river rafting. Concentrate, hold my power, concentrated my power. Luck favors us, luck favor us. Public of speaking will become public speaking. Other people thinks of us, not thinks of us, because people itself is plural. So supporting verb will be singular. So people think of us. Listening, good decision you made recently. If your speech or if your spoken English is going to be in past tense, remember every verb will be past tense. Good decision for me and he, good decision for me and him. He do it himself, he does it himself. When the subject is singular, like he, she, the do becomes does. The supporting verb becomes plural. When I'm going my job, if I continue my job, while we move ahead, that's not the one. Would you like to talk? It would have been better if you would have used, would you like to participate? All right. To toe was wrongly used. We are seeped in head to toe. We were covered in head to toe. In the context of the sentence that was used, the simile or the very phrase did not match. Ambition my ambition was, because again it's in the past tense. Your ambition also increased. No, the ambition gets stronger. It doesn't increase or decrease. It's not value. It is a feel. By creating some apps, creating apps. I hope to develop the app would have been better instead of creating app. Speak with a topic, speak on a topic. I was mind blown. It was mind blowing. It becomes it, not I. So you need to use the third party subject over here. Smile from everyone's face. No, smile on everyone's face. A smile from everyone, then the face will go. But if you're using the face, smile on everyone's face. So that is the grammar report today. I now ask Monica to kindly give the poll for the role players, or the auxiliary, right? The auxiliary role players. Yeah, thank you. We can end the poll. And yeah, done. Thank you so much. Now my report as a general evaluator. The meeting actually started on time, and we have nobody but Monica to thank for that, as she has one eye on the clock to ensure that the meeting starts in time. She had adopted a smile. That was her feedback from the last meeting, that if she has a smile, she will become more endearing. And today she has put that into action. So a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Monica for actually implementing the feedback that is given to her. What do I say, TM Geet? I have taken a quantum leap in faith, at least, that yes, at Toastmasters, we really excel and we can really give a lot of takeaways, and we learn a lot from every member, every speaker, and every ideas that are ideated here, so that we have our kitty of knowledge full. I found your theme extremely, extremely interesting. And you actually did a great job, as Toastmaster Imran calls you, master of ceremony, as an MOC. You handled it very well. The smooth was very flow. We found riding along with the wave that you took us on. In fact, rather a leap that you took us on, without being afraid that we might be dropped halfway. So thank you so much for being here among us and giving us the insight on quantum leap. I just have one suggestion for you. Generally, as soon as a speaker finishes his speech, one needs to take the timing report from the timer. I would just like you to keep that in mind. It is the TMOD who takes the timer of each speakers, so that a record is already there of each speaker. But otherwise, a huge round of applause. We really had a good time with you today. I come down to the table topic, Master Imran. Imran, what to tell you? You started off with a guest, and the guest did not hesitate as she joined. That shows your power of how you are able to actually magically pull in your guests and let them speak. Thank you for bringing such an ease and even giving time, to Pranita, as she faced and struggled with her own audio, and you still ensured towards the end that she had the opportunity to speak. Wonderful topic, wonderful interaction, wonderful observation, and wonderfully you conducted the table topic involving each and every member at a leisurely pace and an interesting pace. Again, just one suggestion for you. Kindly take the timer report as soon as the table topic round is done from the timer. It actually helps us. Coming down to our evaluator, Shireen, as always, I find her evaluation very, 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 very mind-blowing. I know I shouldn't be using very, very, very as a grammarian, but I can't help that particular words usage over here. She's absolutely wonderful. She hits the nail on the head and gives the right feedback. to the speaker. But I wished you had told him something about the body language and the vocal variety, because he was having some near-death experiences. If he can improve these two things also, I think he would make a beautiful speaker and someone we would love to listen to. But Sharon, you have taken him to a next level where his speeches are concerned. Thank you so much for the wonderful evaluation. I now come down to myself. Any suggestion from any one of you who might have noticed me? I always welcome feedback. You can speak to me about it. Imran, Shirin, Geet, anything you would like to tell me as a grammarian? Or
It
anything?
was one of the best grammarian report I have ever heard as of now in Toastmasters journey. And kudos to you. Thank you so much. I really learned a lot from it.
Thank you. Anything as a presiding officer, because I myself am general evaluator, I'm asking your inputs. Yes? Okay. Thank you so much. I think all the speakers had been wonderful. It was a very interactive session. And with this, I ask Toastmaster Monica to roll out the certificates of the winners. Let us first, since we did not have the poll of speaker and evaluation, we had only one speaker and one evaluators. Let's begin with table topic. Table topic, why I am saying it is, with a round of applause, let's welcome all the winners. We have got 4 winners and it has been terribly divided. I, on behalf of Speakers Community Toastmasters Club, would actually like to first welcome guest Shipra, who is one of the winners for today's table topic. We can see the name. We have Shipra, Aarti, Shirin, and Kalpana. All 4 of us. All 4 of us. But Toastmaster Monica, could I request you to give a separate certificate for guest Shipra? You can ready it and give it to her right now, and please click a photograph with her. We have time, let's do it. Or you can take all 4 of us into the frame. Is it possible? Shall I ask? Imran, are you able to, will you be able to take the photograph of all 4 of us in one frame along with the certificate?
No, I can do it because I'm using my mobile phone. Yeah.
Okay. Monica, Sharon, do you know? Shall I make you a co-host? All right. I think I'm going to use this. Everyone switch on your cameras, please. All the winners, Aarti, Sharon, myself. Shipra, I don't see your camera on. Shipra? Shipra, are you there, Shipra? I'm sorry, Pranita. Shipra is also there. Pranita. Hi, Pranita. Yes, Shipra is the winner, right? Yes, I'm so sorry. So let's have a photograph. All of it is on. And here we go. Say cheese. Cheese to Toastmasters. Here we go. Thank you so much. Thank you. This will be shared. And Monica, since we know that Shipra knows Aarti very well, do make a separate certificate. Share it with Aarti so that Aarti can share it with guest Shipra. Yes, Shipra, in the meantime, I would request you to share your phone number on the chat for Toastmaster Aarti's benefit. I would also ask Pranita to share your phone number. As soon as I complete this, we will definitely be having a chat. Stay back for our coffee talks. I now request Monica to kindly highlight the person who has been the best role player. Toastmaster Geet, fantastic. I think you can highlight him. I'll just take a photograph from my mobile. We can edit it later. Toastmaster Geet. Highlight Toastmaster Geet. Congratulations, Toastmaster Geet. Wonderful.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much.
Welcome. We now go to Best Auxiliary Role Player. Best Auxiliary Role Player. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. We need one last. Yes, yes, sir, Monica.
Yeah. Did you take the last screenshot?
No, I didn't. It's just me, so it's absolutely fine. No worries about it. All right, let's move on to a group photo. Monica, let's move on to a group photo. I want every camera to be on, a smile, and cheers to Toastmasters. Toastmaster Aarti, your camera is off. Toastmaster Aarti, thank you. Thank you so much. With this, I declare the 74th meeting of Speakers Community Toastmasters Club close.